Saludos, raza, ¿cómo estamos? Serio Olivo, el DJ Firmelon. Just gonna go on live just for a few minutes just to share some música. If you guys want to join me, pues aquí estamos. Probably for about an hour just sharing some música. I haven't got anything lined up, so if you guys got some shout-outs, some requests, some dedications, aquí estamos para ti, raza. Con Serio Olivo doing a Facebook Live, just kicking back, relaxing, and enjoying the firme música. Got some USA band with Alberto Gallegos on the cue. A ver.
Para decir que te quiero cuando yo caiga sobre tu pelo. Agua, agua, agua. Y tener el alma mía. Porque no puedo ser agua. Porque no puedo ser agua. Y tú no puedes ser mía.
Saludos a Sally, ¿cómo estás? I finally came on Saturday. I did it at the last minute. I wasn't planning on doing this at all. I just came on the air. Saludos a Leti, Victor, a Gabito.
Quisiera poder ser el agua que baña tu
Is that loud enough? I can't tell if it's loud enough.
la gota que baja hasta tus plantas desde tu cuello. Agua, 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 agua.
I was humming this song today, and I said I gotta put that album on.
Para decir que te quiero cuando yo caiga sobre tu pelo. Agua, 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 cero. Quiero beber de tu agua y así decirlo al mundo entero. Agua, agua.
Saludos a mi prima María. Saludos a Pablo Zavala desde Florida. Saludos, carnal.
Si no me quieres mi vida, que se de veras que yo me muero. Agua,
Yeah, like I said, I was just last minute thing. I just came on the air just to share some música, see if you guys are gonna chime in or not. Si no, pues aquí estamos. I was humming this song today, and today's my son's birthday, so I took him out. We hung out for a little bit, and he went to go do some other stuff, and no, pues I said I'm gonna go home and turn on the turntable, a ver qué hay ahí. If you guys got some música you want to hear, let me know, and I'll put it on for you. All right. Saludos a Ernesto Corrales.
llorarás mi partida, aunque quieras arrancarme de
Saludos a Jessie, Verónica, Rosalinda.
no sientas el calor de otras caricias. Mi recuerdo ha de brillar donde tú estés.
Samberti Palacios. Ya pues ahora.
Fue sincero y que nunca comprendiste mi pena. Cuando sientas la nostalgia por mis besos, llorarás, llorarás, llorarás.
Quemado all day, tú sabes. You got it, Pablo. Todos a Gary Naranjo. That was, of course, the Latin Breed with Adalberto Gallegos. Llorarás. I'm gonna try. I haven't done this recently, so I'm gonna try and figure out which one it is that plays a CD player here. A ver cuál es.
Flor de palma, hojas blancas, los nopales brotan dunas de dolor. Se oyen voces.
I need to work with this CD player. I forgot how I set it up. I had to disconnect it and reconnect it.
Preparando esta canción con guitarras y acordeones. Por la tarde ya se ponen a cantar. ¡Viva Texas! ¡Que viva! ¡Viva Texas! Vive el pueblo, vive el sol donde nací. ¡Viva Texas! ¡Viva Texas! Vive el grito del tejano. ¡Soy de aquí!
Texas flag waves proudly way up high. As the wind blows, morning doves fly, swaying treetops in a melody of love. In the distance, I hear children. In their voices, I hear future Texas pride. Flowing rivers, moving forward through the canyons, echoes singing mockingbirds. From the Great Plains to the mountains, rainbow colors fill the Texas sunset skies. Long live Texas! Viva Texas! Long live Texas, long live family and friends. Viva Texas! Long live Texas! Long live memories and Texas history.
¡Viva Texas! ¡Que viva! ¡Viva Texas!
¡Que viva Texas!
Vive el pueblo, vive el sol donde nací.
¡Que viva Rudy!
¡Viva Texas!
¡Este Texas!
¡Viva Texas! Vive el grito del tejano. Soy de aquí.
That was Firme Música de Rudy Palacios, going out to mis primos, Maria Tanner, Rudy Krantz, desde Califas, escuchando aquí con nosotros. I have to figure out how to set up my CD player. I disconnected everything and I had a new system set up and I forgot to reset it correctly. So bear with me. Let's see what we got here. How about some Steve Jordan? Saludos a Carolyn y familia. Let's see who we got here.
Te quiero. Love you.
Carolyn Urbano, Robert Vasquez, AJ Martínez, Juan Ortiz, eso carnal. Robert San Miguel, Junior Andaco, Belinda Silvas, Gloria Hinojosa, Jaime Aguilar, Nicolás García, Angie Paz, Jeff Romero. I hope I got everybody. Martin Reyes.
No sale para mí.
Nicolás García de Toledo, Ohio. Eso sí, saludos a toda la raza de Ohio, Midwest.
Como una selva muerta, regando de tristeza las flores que mi huerto se atreven a brotar. Y te veré como el pájaro perdido, como un viajero que vuela, sepultado en el olvido. Soportando la desgracia de seguir por un camino donde no encuentro el destino, porque no te encuentro a ti. De seguir por un camino donde no encuentro el destino,
Mano con la fama.
porque no te encuentro a ti. De seguir por un camino donde no
Saludos a
encuentro
Rosy García y familia.
porque no te encuentro a ti.
Gracias a ti, Belinda, por supporting us también. Patrick Rodríguez.
Donde no encuentro el destino, porque no te encuentro a ti.
I feel like drinking now. I forgot to get some beer.
De seguir por un camino donde no encuentro el destino.
No, es que I took my son out to dinner for his birthday, and I had a beer. And after I had a beer, no, hombre, se me dio la gana de escuchar la música. So I forgot to get some more beer, man. I thought I had some here, pero no tengo nada. It's dry. La Cantón is dry. Oh, sorry about that. I haven't played these albums in such a long time. I haven't paid attention to them, and I need to. Porque it looks like this one is not doing so well. A ver qué tiene. And that's what happens when you leave your album sit for a while. The dust collects on them, and it turns into like a little hard piece of rock on there. So you gotta always be careful with that. A ver si sale bien. We'll see, we'll see. Gracias, Gama. Saludos a Danny también.
Poquito de ti que me puedas dar, yo me conformo si me das. Lo que tú pidas de mí, te lo entrego yo a ti, con toditita mi alma.
González.
Poquitito te pido, no me lo puedes dar. Si es que te pido mucho, no te me vayas a enojar. Toditita mi alma, lo poquito que pido, lo que quiero que me des, es todo lo que eres. Porque tú sabes querer y sabes hacer lo más grande de un amor. Lo poquitito que pido, no me lo puedes dar. Porque lo poquito para mí es mucho más. Lo poquitito que pido no me lo puedes dar. Si es que te pido mucho, no te me vayas a enojar.
Gracias, Pablo. I'm trying to scroll up on this phone, pero it keeps on skipping, so I can't see all your messages. Sorry about that. Saludos a la familia Cedillo. Yeah, I'm not sure about you guys, but my Facebook has been going kind of crazy. Sometimes I can't even read. People tag me on some posts, and I try to go to those posts, and they won't let me read it. And right now on my phone, as I'm trying to scroll up to see who's saying what, when I click on the phone, it skips up really fast, and it won't let me read some of those messages. So I'm trying to read all your messages. Here's some Arturo Montes going out to Sally. She wants to hear some Arturo Montes y Ternura. One of my favorite songs is Oh.
O te marchas para siempre de mi vida, o no vuelvas a decirme que te vas, o me quieres con pasión
Jenny Newman,
enloquecida,
Santiago Leal,
o me dejas de querer y nada más, o te olvidas para siempre de mi suerte, o recuerdas que eres toda mi ilusión, o me alientas a vivir para quererte, o me matas de una vez sin compasión. No consigo el amor sin
del cielo cayó una rosa. I think I do, brother. Let me look for that.
tu modo de querer, o me quieres con pasión enloquecida, o me dejas de querer y se acabó. O te marchas para siempre de mi vida, o no vuelvas a decirme que te vas, o me quieres con pasión enloquecida.
Let me find out what album it's on, Jeff, porque I don't know what album it's on.
Y nada más, o te olvidas para siempre de mi suerte, o recuerdas que eres toda mi ilusión, o me alientas a vivir para quererte, o me matas de una vez sin compasión. No consigo el amor sin decisiones, perdiendo tu modo de querer, o me quieres con pasión enloquecida, o me dejas de querer y se acabó.
Well, it must be on a CD de Tortilla Factory, because I don't see that, Jeff, with Tortilla Factory. some songs like this didn't like of Arturo Montes, and that was probably one of them. Sorry about that. Yeah, but some Street People Band, dice de Milagro. Firme Cumbia right here, check it out. I like this one. If I get it right. Wow. No, wrong one. A ver.
Valen 6 varos, con un refresco me hago el tendero, de vero, tomé en la calle, paré en la esquina, se me acababa la gasolina, ahí me puse de la manguera, 1.40 la vez tercera. Llegué a la casa sin un centavo, con muchas ganas de echarte un caldo, y por la reina solo hay frijoles, en el mercado son riabuzones, no me dejaron ni para aceite, compré lirotes sin detergentes, ahora te vas a apretar la panza, con lo que dejas ya no me alcanza. Y así las cosas, mi buen hermano, que no me alcanza con lo que gano, todos vestimos, todos comemos, y de milagro nos mantenemos. Hey, can I have a raise? No, in fact, you're fired. What am I going to do, my wife?
Saludos a Eric Ramírez. En his phone. There you go. Tony el Flaco Hernández, my brother. ¿Cómo estás, brother? Julio Duarte. George Luis de Calipas.
Que Marcelina vive gritando, salí corriendo la de Don Blas.
El vato loco Joe Bravo. Mi prima Sobrina, saludos a toda la familia. Henry G. Lozano y Roland Martínez, saludos amigos.
Investigando por el lechero. En la mañana quise bañarme, no alcanzó el agua para enjuagarme. Prendí la tele para consolarme, no había corriente, llegué más tarde. Y por las noches con oraciones, quiero calmar mis preocupaciones. Tengo mi radio para oír canciones, pero no agarran las transmisiones. Y así las cosas, mi buen hermano, que no me alcanzan cuando que gano. Todos vestimos, todos comemos, y de milagro nos mantenemos. Hey, mister, what? Can I have change for $1? Change? I'm so broke, I can't even change my mind, man. Este vato.
Find that Joe Bravo CD. I know I have it in there somewhere. Saludos a Jesse EZ. Saludos a Jimmy Arguijo. By the way, I know all of you guys have heard that Leonard Davila and Street People Band got a new CD coming out real soon. They got a new single out there right now, pero the CD's almost done. They're doing some final touches on the mixing, and know, they're gonna come out with a Firme CD real soon. So as soon as I get it, I'll put it on the air, let you guys know. Pero keep an eye out for that, porque it's gonna be one hell of a CD, man. He's bringing back that Estilo Street People band de Tiro. So keep an eye out for that.
Dame sentencias y a muerte, mi corazón es el juez. Me fallo en la suerte, contigo perdí esta vez. La condena que me has dado por verte con locura es vivir enamorado de tu maldita hermosura. ¿Por qué me quieres matar con el puñal del olvido? ¿Qué culpa tengo de amar a un ser incomprensivo? ¿Por qué me quieres matar con el puñal del olvido? ¿Qué culpa tengo de amar a un ser incomprensivo?
Saludos, carnal. No, I don't remember seeing your message, bro. Sorry about that. Es el Grupo Mayo. Es el Midwest Onda de la Conexión Latina. I don't know if you've seen that.
Me pusiste tras la reja como todo un ser malvado. Mi pobre alma se queja porque el amar no es pecado.
Got this coming up next, Pablo.
La condena que me has dado por quererte con locura es vivir enamorado de tu maldita hermosura. ¿Por qué me quieres matar con el puñal del olvido? ¿Qué culpa tengo de amar a un ser incomprensivo? ¿Por qué me quieres matar con el puñal del olvido? ¿Qué culpa tengo de amar a un ser incomprensivo?
I like that teclado onda, man. I don't know why. I always like that keyboard sound. I'm crazy like that. That was La Conexión Latina de Chicago, Midwest. I don't know if you guys ever heard that band before, but they had some pretty good jams out there. Let's see. One of my favorite tunes on this. Where's it at? Where's it at? Which one is it? Vuelve. With some Bobby Naranjo y Jesse Serata. Off the, dice, Shanana LP. Oralia García, Aldo Sierra, saludos. I've been doing a lot of searching, a lot of buying, carnal, a lot of feria. Junior Villanueva, saludos. Joe Rodríguez, saludos. himself. Saludos, my brother.
Luego mi amor, vuelve a mi lado conmigo,
I use that microphone on my shows, Danny. Well, I appreciate that, brother. Gracias for that microphone.
quisiera verte cerca, mi amor. El tiempo ya se acabó, al mito me siento igual, te di lo que tú querías, ¿qué más quieres de mí?
Saludos, Joseph. Aquí nomás, brother.
Que te conformaste,
Gracias, Dora.
tuviste todo a tu lado.
Saludos a Mr. John Hernández.
Vas a pagar. ¿Qué más quieres de mí? Si ya lo tienes todo, ya déjame vivir en paz. ¿Qué más quieres de mí?
Los hombres. I love los hombres.
Lo tienes todo, ya déjame vivir en paz. ¿Qué más quieres de mí? Si ya lo tienes todo, ya déjame.
You guys never heard this album before? You gotta find it, man. This is one hell of an album. One of the best in the industry.
¿Qué más quieres de mí? Si ya lo tienes todo, ya déjame vivir en paz.
Is that too loud for you guys out there? Can you hear it? Because I don't know what it sounds like on your end. It sounds good over here, but I don't know what it sounds like over there. Somebody asked me to play some Grupo Mayo, so I'm going to play one of my favorite tunes. Dice, No me vuelvo a enamorar. Firme tune, firme onda, raza. Check it out on the Romántico LP de Grupo Mayo, right here.
No me vuelvo a enamorar.
Saludos to Mr. Jimmy Lee. One hell of a performance today, brother. One hell of a show, man. Good job.
Si la primera vez que entregué mi corazón me equivoqué,
David Madison, Danny Honest, you got it, brother.
no me vuelvo a enamorar, porque esta decepción me ha dejado un mal sabor, me ha quitado el valor de volverme a enamorar. Ya jamás lo pensaré, en nadie me fijaré, no me vuelvo a enamorar, no me vuelvo a enamorar. decepción me ha dejado un mal sabor, me ha quitado el valor de volverme a enamorar. Ya jamás lo pensaré, en nadie me fijaré, no me vuelvo a
Saludos a
enamorar.
Edgar Hernández. Saludos a Ray García González. Linda Talamante, saludos amiga.
No me vuelvo a enamorar.
Gracias, Linda.
Totalmente para qué. Si la
Gilbert
primera
Ovalle.
vez que entregué mi corazón,
Thank you, Jesse, for tuning in, brother.
no me vuelvo a enamorar.
David C. Hernández de Cielo Fan. Saludos, my brother.
Esta decepción me ha dejado un mal sabor.
Saludos a Manuel Santana y familia. Beatriz Cerata, saludos, amiga.
Ya jamás lo pensaré, en nadie me fijaré, no me vuelvo a enamorar.
Columbus, Ohio in the house. Yeah, I didn't know Jesse Cerata also sang this song. What CD is that one on, Danny? Porque I don't remember seeing that one with Jesse Cerata. I'm sure you're right, but I don't remember seeing that one. That's some Musica de los Hombres, man. These guys were tough dudes, man. They still are tough dudes because they're still around. This is one of my favorite songs of Los Hombres right here. This is what Killer Hernan Jimenez is also on this, que siempre descansa en paz. También he's on here. Arnold Jimenez, el hermano de Mr. Chacha Jimenez. Check it out, Raza. Firme Tunes right here. Saludos, carnal. Saludos a Valerie Hernández. Jesse Easy les manda saludos a todas las razas de Brownsville, Texas y todo el valle. All my family in the 1956 area. if you try to find this LP, good luck, porque I doubt that you will ever find this LP of Los Hombres out there for sale. If you do, you're gonna get pretty lucky, porque it's really hard to find. It's a rare gem, if you ask me, man. That's one of those rare LPs that, man, you gotta have it in your collection. If you love that estilo de la progresivo estilo de la Onda, then you gotta have that stuff right there. De Los Hombres, Mr. Arnold Jimenez. Here's some Danny Yanes. You know, I asked a lot of people about Danny Yanes. Who's Danny Yanes? Well, then I stopped talking to them because they don't know what they're talking about. I don't want to waste my time. You know, to me, either you like Tejano music or you don't like Tejano music. And people who love Tejano Musica, they know about these grupos, because you know why? Because they're out there searching and looking for all these other different grupos that were out there that recorded all these LPs, these 45s. That's what it's all about. You know, for me, it's my passion. Maybe I'm just too overexcited and too overzealous about buying this música and collecting it. And I look down on people who say they love Tejano, and then when I ask them about grupos like Danny Yanes, who is a legend in the industry, he's been a legend in the industry, as far as I'm concerned, since the 70s, you know, maybe even before that, the 60s, because he also played with, Tony Torres y Los Socios, back in the day before he did his own stuff, you know, and you know, a little bit of history on that is that, you know, this guy's been around for years, and then he did some Christian music, and still did some progressive Tejano Onda. You know, so he never left the música. He was always with it, the same estilo, the same Onda, and he loved it. And he was also a pastor también, so que siempre descansa en paz. He passed away a few years ago, and man, he left one hell of a great collection of música that I'm just needing just 145. That's it, and I think I got it all from Danny Yanes. Real quick, I want to say something to Jimmy Lee. If you're still out there listening in, carnal, hey, bro, you guys did one hell of a job out there. Ruben Loredo on the squeeze box, and Abel. I'm sorry, that was your tío that went up there. That sang I forgot his name now, but Mr. Serata went up there with you and sang with you guys, and you guys did hell of a show. And I was thinking the whole time when I'm watching you, man, I wish I could have been there, because the Familia Serata was out there, and how often do they really get together like that, and an event, a big event like that that's open to the public, where I could have took pictures with all of you guys, man. I just felt so bad that I couldn't make it out there, pero saludos a todos ustedes de la Familia Serata. Hopefully next year you guys will be out there otra vez. Hopefully I'll catch you guys out there next year, porque I really truly want to get together with all of you and shake your hands and thank you for all you guys have done to keep Jesse's Musica alive. You know, not just Jesse, but Renee and Jesse and Musica Serata. So it means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to a lot of other people who are big fans of Jesse and Renee. So gracias a todos ustedes for doing what you guys are doing también. So I got some firme música de Danny Yanes, una cumbia that I love, man. It's a firme tune, and hopefully you guys like it también. Saludos desde Harlingen, Texas, de Mr. Arnold González.
Caminando, caminando por allí, yo la miro y se me alegra el corazón, porque siento todavía su calor. Por ahí va la chaparrita de mi amor. Caminando, caminando por allí, yo la miro y se me alegra el corazón, porque siento todavía su calor. Ay, chaparra, chaparrita, chaparrita de mi vida. Ay, chiquita, chiquitita, tú serás la consentida. Ay, chaparra, chaparrita, chaparrita de mi vida. Ay, chiquita, chiquitita, tú serás la consentida.
Saludos a Jerry Herrera, Eric Ortiz, J.H. Israel. I'm trying to get all these people, but my screen is not working for me right, so I hope I got all of you guys out there. It keeps on jumping up and popping up to a different screen. Sorry about that. Gilbert Ovalle, Esteban Jordan, El Parche. Alright, I'll find some of his music ahorita. Mares.
Mejor te pido que te olvides de ese amor. Ah, chaparra, chaparrita, chaparrita de mi vida. Ah, chiquita, chiquitita, tú serás la consentida. Ah, chaparra, chaparrita, chaparrita de mi vida.
That's one hell of an artist right there, a legend right there, man. Is you know, if I could play his music every day on my show without you guys getting like turning away from it, because sometimes radio stations they do that, they play the same music every week and every time they go on the air. And I don't want to bore you guys because that's how you bore some people with Musica. You play the same thing over and over again, and I don't want you to get tired of it. Not that I would get tired of it, but and I hope that you guys wouldn't. But I don't want to be so monotonous, so I'm playing the same stuff every week, man. What's this guy? This guy never surprises me, and that's what I want. I want to surprise you guys every time when I go on the air to let you know and keep you coming back to find out what I'm going to play next week. Because my daughters, they laugh at me because I go and listen to my shows during the week. So, Dad, why are you listening to your show? I said, well, the reason I do that is because I want to know what I played, so I don't play it again next week. You know, so I'm taking a hit for the crowd, como dicen, for the hit for the team, taking the hit for the team, and listening to the Musica, so I know I don't play it again. Hopefully, I don't play it again. You see. I'm trying to find this song with David Mares, and I can't find what side it's on here real quick. Ya ni puedo mirar. Oh, there it is. It's on the second side. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite tunes by David Mares. You know, I gotta say this because I think I've said it before, but this LP right here, David Mares, is one hell of an LP, man. It's The Voice is Back, and it's with CBS Records. So CBS, not just this LP right here, but I think it was also a Joe Posada and a Mas LP that I remember hearing from CBS. The guys that did the mixing on some of those LPs, man, they should have been fired. They just should have never been allowed to be behind those mixing boards to record, to let these albums out like they did, because the sound was terrible. If you listen to this LP, I'm not sure how well you can hear it, but listen to what it sounds like compared to the other projects that David Mares has done. They're more clear, they're more crisp, and they're not as distorted as this. And this is the way they let the album out. This is how they sold the album. But I was going to buy it anyways because I love David Mares, you know. And that's something, if you're an artist out there, if you're in an industry of selling music, even tell the people, even if you're not paying for the project, tell them, hey, I can't let that out there like that. That sounds terrible, man. Why would you release something that's not mixed correctly and to your standards? If this is the standards at the time, well, there's no reason for it. There's just no reason for it. So this is something that it gets under my skin because all of these songs on this LP were Feed Me, man. They were off some Feed Me tunes that David recorded on here, but the sound quality was terrible. You know, I just can't believe that it happened, but it did happen. So check it out. This is what I'm talking about. And now if you can tell out there what it says, this sounds terrible. The sound, everything.
Recibe este regalo que te doy. En él yo te demuestro lo que soy. Porque
Gracias, April. I'll send you my address on the chat. Gracias, I appreciate that.
tú eres todo el mundo para mí.
Gracias, Ali. Saludos a Juan Valdés. Michaela, Antonia, saludos a Rudy Castillo también.
Mi corazón, tú eres la razón que vivo así y pienso cada día mucho en ti.
You got it, brother. La herencia coming up next.
Mi mundo, eres mi sol, eres mi día.
Mil gracias, April. I appreciate that. De puro corazón, I appreciate it. Gracias.
Eres mi mundo, eres mi flor, eres mi vida, mi último amor. Espero que comprendas este amor. No importa si me ha causado dolor. Tú eres un pedazo de mi ser, porque eres la mujer que yo soñé. Por eso yo te pido, por favor, que nunca te olvides de este amor. Y estando separado yo de ti, Espero que te acuerdes tú de mí.
How about this one, Rudy?
Eres mi mundo, eres mi sol.
La herencia, brother.
Eres mi vida, eres mi amor. Eres mi mundo.
Wow, I appreciate that, April. Thank you.
Eres mi vida.
Saludos a mi tía Lola y Santana desde Florida. Saludos. David Maris, that's right, the best of the best. You got it, Rudy. I'm not sure if any of you heard my comment before the song, but can you tell the difference? Can you tell what it sounds like? You know, how terrible that sounds? You know, and once again, not the voice, not the actual rhythm of the music, not the instrumentation of the music, but the sound quality itself. That CBS themselves, they put that, they let that out. They released that, you know, and like that. And the sound just, it sounded terrible. And I just, to this day, it really gets under my skin that they would do that to our industry, you know, that they would allow that, something like that to happen. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just too picky about listening to music and the music that I hear. But, hey man, it's just, I think it's just common sense to me that if you're going to release something, make sure it's top notch all the way around. If it's not top notch, then you know what, we can't do it right now. It might take a few more months, it might take a year, it might take a couple years, but until we get it right, top notch, everything's done completely the way I like it. I'm the artist because it's my name on there. If I like it, it's ready to go. Now it's ready to go. But something like that, I just don't get it. I just don't get it whatsoever. But here's somebody asked for some Arturo Montes otra vez. So here's a song. It says Una Lágrima. You can tell just for that, the sound of that compared to the last LP that you played.
Sin rocío morirá y nunca más volverá la primavera. Aunque mi corazón te espera, sé que no volverá el amor y es por eso que yo no vivo más. El agua de los ríos se deteriorar, el cielo no tendrá ningún color. Porque se terminó mi amor, desde que me dejaste solo, existo pero ya no vivo más. Una lágrima por tu amor, una lágrima lloraré, brotará de mi corazón. Te quise tanto que tal vez nunca me olvidaré. El primer amor y no volverá.
Saludos a Thomas Córdoba.
El cielo no tendrá ningún color, porque se terminó mi amor, desde que me dejaste solo, existo pero ya no vivo más. Una lágrima por tu amor, una lágrima lloraré.
Gracias, April. Good for you for doing what you did for schooling. That's something great, man. No, I'm not pissed off or anything. It gets frustrating when I hear some of these LPs and they're great songs on LP, but you just can't get that good quality sound. And it's like, wow, who let this by, man? Who didn't check this? Who didn't do their diligence in trying to get this right project done correctly? And you know the thing is, CBS Names is on it. CBS name is on that LP, that recording, and to say that, oh, where'd you record that at? What studio did you record at? Okay, now I know where not to go. You know, that's what I would think if I was an artist. I'm not going to go to those people, man. They sound like crap. They sound terrible. But is this one of those things that honestly, that's one of those things that I look for too when I do my super hot lista for the month. You know, what does it sound like? Who did the sound engineering for that? Because I got to tell you, and I'm not going to say any names, because there's a lot of studios out there that people are working with, and a lot of those studios are great. They do a good job. But some of those studios that also at the same on the same sentence also are sounding the same. What I mean by that, and if you're an artist out there, take a note of this, because you don't want this. You don't want somebody to tell you, you know what, you sound just like that original artist that owns that studio, except for your voice is just with his music. So are you featured on his grupo, or is it your project? You know, that'd be one of the worst things if I was an artist that somebody could tell me, you sound just like that grupo right there. No, I don't. I want to sound like me. This is my project. I want to sound like my grupo, Eddie Olivo. This is Eddie Olivo's grupo right here. Ain't no other grupo on this program or on this recording except for me. But I'm the engineer. I own the studio. I don't care. I'm paying you to use your studio. If you don't want my money, I'll go somewhere else. And this because this is my project, you know. And some people will give into that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why that people will give into it to say, okay, do your job. You're the one with all the accolades. You're the one with all the awards. You're the one with all the Grammy awards. Hey, let's do it your way. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's not okay. And the times that it's not okay is when he's going to tell you, okay, I'm taking over the project. Well, then put his name on there. Just say that you're just a guest on that project. You're just a guest vocalist on that project, if you're a vocalist. You know, I just don't understand. These are the things I look for all the time when I get music in my email. What does it sound like? Do they sound like somebody else? Are they original? Are they being creative? If it's a cover tune, does it sound the same as somebody else? You know, because if that's the case, why would you deserve to get recognized? It's not your work. You didn't do anything. You're just a musician. That's all you are. You know, an artist to me, I've said it many times, is somebody who's original and creative. If you can't be that in that studio, you have no business being in that studio. Plain and simple. You know, that's my take. That's my opinion. I'm not schooled. I am schooled by ear, but other than that, that's all I know. You know, I only know what I hear and what I see that's in front of me. So if you want an honest opinion from me, be prepared to get that honest opinion, that honest answer, because that's what I'm going to give you. There's no reason to lie to anybody, because all that does is make a fool out of you and makes a fool out of me, because I said, yeah, that was good when it wasn't. You know, so I'm not going to be made a fool of. I want to tell you so you don't be made a fool of in front of a crowd that doesn't know you. You go out there, it's like, who the hell is this? Who told them they could sing? You know, who told them they could play? You know, that's what you don't want. And I'm trying to do whenever somebody asks me my opinion, is, you know, try to give you the honest truth. I want you to know exactly what I heard. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you it sucks. That's not helping nobody. You know, I'm going to give you my advice of what I think could possibly work or couldn't work or isn't working, you know. And I think that's the best way to do it, you know. So, let me stop talking, because sometimes I get carried away. You guys got to tell me, shut up, man. All right. Let me see. Rudy Buga, I want to hear some Musica that he recorded with Ruben Boteo, que siempre descansa en paz, and also Joe Guajo Carmona, que siempre descansa en paz. And I'm not sure who the other cats are on this project, but this is Rudy Buga down here. Eso sí, if you can see that. Eso sí, the young Rudy Buga. Eso sí. So check it out. It's called Botellita. I hope I got this right. Lined up right here. Okay, here it is, Botellita here. I gotta tell you, Raza, when I say these things, I'm not saying because I'm saying that everybody's wrong and I'm right. It's not like that at all. I'm just giving you my opinion, what I hear, what I see. That's all. Nothing else. Saludos al tocayo, the legend himself, Mr. Eddie Perez.
Con botellitas les voy a preguntar, con botellitas me van a contestar, con botellitas yo voy a comenzar, con botellitas me voy a emborrachar.
Eddie Pez from Edinburgh, Texas. Saludos, my brother.
Con botellitas me van a contestar, con botellitas yo voy a comenzar, con botellitas me voy a emborrachar. Botellita de Jerez, todo lo que digas será al revés. Botellitas de cualquiera, pídele a Dios que yo te quiera. Botellitas de tepache, pídele a Dios que no me emborrache. Botellitas de Carval, pídele a Dios que no se me suba. Botellitas de leñera, pídele a Dios que no me muera. Botellitas de licor, le pido a Dios que me dé tu amor.
Daniel Garcia, saludos, carnal. Doing good, brother. Hope you're doing well. Los Chachos. Ricky García, saludos.
Con botellitas les voy a preguntar, con botellitas me van a contestar. Con botellitas yo voy a comenzar, con botellitas me voy a emborrachar. Con botellitas les voy a preguntar, con botellitas me van a contestar. Con botellitas yo voy a comenzar, con botellitas me voy a emborrachar. Botellitas de jabón que no te lleven el
Saludos a Vic
corazón.
Martínez.
Botellitas de comer, yo por tu culpa me eché a perder. Botellitas de aguarás, mi corazón ya no aguanta más. Botellitas de cortar, mi corazón se va a matar.
Saludos, Ricky.
Botellitas de
Actually, I just ordered some new ones, so
de noche y día.
I'm blind, brother.
Botellitas de tambor, si tú repites te espera mi amor.
La Herencia, with Joe Bajo Carmona, Rudy Fuga Perales, and Ruben Boteo. Saludos a Alex Mojica. Saludos, carnal. How you doing, brother? I'm just here sharing some música and doing a lot of talking. I shouldn't be doing so much talking, but sabes que sometimes I get carried away, man. There's some Chachos Onda from the Volume 1 LP. Dice, besitos los varios. Thank you, Rudy. You know what? That's the first time I actually heard that song. And I've had the album for such a long time. I loved it, brother. You know, I'm going to start the song all over again, but the first time I heard that song, my Uncle Bob Flores played in a band called Fantasia, and that band also, they recorded a 45 with Juan Guerrero, que siempre descansa en paz, when he was up in the Midwest in Ohio. They did a 45, but when I heard that song the first time, it was with my Uncle Bob playing the keyboards, and I'm thinking, man, these guys are tough, man. I never heard music like, and I was a young kid, of course, at the time. It was like in, what, 77, 74, por ahí? I can't remember what year that was. What is it? Yeah, about 77. It was about 77 around that year. And I'm thinking, man, these guys are tough, man. Look at the keyboard sound, because he had a Hammond organ y todo ese pedo, and it sounded just like this, exactly like these guys, man. And then I found the album years later. I said, wait a minute, that's Los Chachos, man. So all those years, I thought it was my Uncle Bob's. I never even asked them. I thought it was my Uncle Bob's song that they actually put together, but. No, hombre, it's Chachos right here, big time. Bobby Naranjo y los Chachos, Chacha Jimenez. Right here, check it out, Asa. Here we go. Fernando Guerrero González, saludos, carnal. Gracias, Alex. What else you guys want want to hear it, let me know, let me know.
Visito estos barrios porque me ha gustado lo joven por aquí. Y por ahí dicen, están diciendo que no les para mí. Si tienes su duele.
Volume 1, Los Chachos. Right there.
Si porque la quiero, te he venido a ver. Si porque la quiero, te he venido a ver.
Ahí está. I've played it on my show a few times. It's one of my favorite LPs.
Hermosa sala, tu ventana, quiero verte sonreír. Quiero ver tus ojos como dos almas. Quiero que escuches mi voz.
¿A poco? How they do that? Billy Press, saludos, carnal. Once again, gracias, carnal, for that poster, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Joe Lara y Expresión. How about some Joe Lara with Tonka? How about that? This one.
Quiero ver tus ojos como dos almas. Quiero que escuches mi voz. Si tienes un dueño, pues qué debe hacer. Si porque la quiero, te he venido a ver. Si porque la quiero, te he venido a ver.
I love it, brother. I love it, man. You can see in the back of me, it's hanging up right now. If you can see back there. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see myself. It's behind the lamp back there, but it's hanging up right now. Yeah, Mr. Billy Alvarez, he sent me a firme signed autograph poster of Los Únicos with Ernest Bernal on the bass and Oscar Solis, Valde Muñoz, Mel Villarreal, and Vic Nash. They did a tour. Well, it wasn't really a tour. It was just like a junta they did in the area there where they're from. And they wanted to do something for their fans, and they did a couple songs. They re-recorded. They sent them to me. I have them to play on the air, but I don't think they're for sale. So I have them there on my computer to play. But once again, I don't think they're for sale. But man, I tell you, Los Únicos were one of the first grupos I remember hearing as a young kid. Before I was 10. I know that, and just the sound that they had on that 20 Años LP and the album before that. I think Volume 2 it was titled. It was a brown album. It said Volume 2. Those songs that were on there, it's like, wow, man. El Pope, I remember that cumbia, El Pope. See, I was in love with those songs. I used to listen to it all, because I had a little portable cassette player that we used to have, and me and my brothers just listened to it all the time. And it's like, man, these guys are tough, man. These are good. And, you know, and at the time, it was really introducing me and really giving me a big influence in wanting to learn how to play Musica itself. And from that moment on, I got to tell you the truth is, from that moment on, I wanted more, to hear more of grupos that were like that. I grew up in the Midwest, and I never got a chance to see live grupos, what it was like to talk to these artists, to interact with them, for them to know me. And when that started happening, I was like, whoa, man, I must have died and gone to heaven. It's my passion. It's always been my passion as a young kid, you know. So that's something I want to share with you. But here's some Joe Lara he played with and recorded with Tonka Velázquez, que siempre descansa en paz, on this LP. Is called Tonka y Libre. It took me a while. I'm not sure if you guys remember me trying to find that LP online, but I finally found it. Brand new album, and I'm excited, man. Pura Onda Tejana de San Luis Potosí, el Firi Firi, el Gambler. Ceballos, saludos carnal, de Monterrey. Agapito de León, saludos. Cesario. ¡Ponle! How's that? Give me on it right there, that's it.
Cuando quieras dejar de sufrir y dejar de sentir tantas penas y amores. Cuando quieras volver a vivir en el fondo de mí hallarás ilusiones. Cuando quieras que borre de ti el recuerdo infeliz de tus viejos errores. Ven conmigo a mi mundo feliz, donde puedas seguir otros rumbos mejores. Qué tristeza me causa mirar que no puedas lograr lo que tanto he soñado. Que vagas sin rumbo por ahí, sin poder olvidar este amor fracasado.
Oh, let me find that. I forgot to get that, carnal. I'll get it right now. Let's see. Eres divino.
El recuerdo infeliz de tus viejos errores. Ven conmigo a mi mundo feliz, donde puedas seguir otros rumbos mejores. Qué tristeza me causa mirar que no puedas lograr lo que tanto he soñado y que vagas sin rumbo por ahí, sin poder olvidar al casado. Cuando quieras que borre
I keep on hitting the table. Sorry about that. I need a drink también, Sally. That's Robert. I don't have that on LP, carnal. I have it on the computer.
conmigo a mi mundo feliz, donde puedas seguir otros rumbos mejores.
Gambler Estrada, saludos. That was Grupo Tonka y Libre with Joe Lara on the squeeze box right there. That's let me know what you guys want to hear. I got some música de los únicos. I found this album in fairly brand mint condition, man. That's a hard one to find también. And I tell you what, man, the more I do searching, the more I can find stuff. And that's what it's all about for me is keep on looking and keep on asking, porque somebody's bound to have it out there. And some of these guys, they just don't want the LPs anymore. They don't want. They don't know what to do with them. They just want to get rid of them. Send them to me. If you know anybody out there, send them to me. I'll take them. You know. Línea de Pirul. I don't know why I like that song, but I like it.
Siempre que me hablan de ti es para hacerme llorar.
Alma Garza, saludos amiga.
De ti es para darme las quejas.
Show
Me ha
band.
ido muy mal.
I'll find some show band for you.
Con lágrimas te advertí, solo te habrán de engañar. Hoy de fracaso en fracaso mencionas mi nombre y eso te hace llorar. Pobre leña del pirón que no sirve ni para ver de ti, solo que habrán de engañar. Hoy de fracaso en fracaso menciona mi nombre, eso te hace llorar.
Saludos a Gambler Estrada.
Pobre leña de pirul, que no sirve ni para leer. Pobre leña de pirul, que no sirve ni para leer, no más para hacer llorar.
That reminds me when I was a kid. I don't know why I like that song. It's a country kind of style song, and I don't like country music, but I don't know why I like that one. Here's a show band USA, dice Contigo Aprendí. Like I said, sometimes these albums will collect dust and they'll make little dust particles that'll get hard on the LP. And I haven't cleaned them in such a long time. I play a lot of my music off the computer instead of going to the LPs. So I got a lot of work. Because these are all fairly new. They're all good condition. It's just that the dust particles that are on there, they collect. And that's not good. So here's the Laura Canales. I haven't played this one in a long time either. Let's see how this works. El día que me acaricias, lloraré. I like that song. This is another one of those LPs. The recording was just terrible, man. Once again, who else? CBS once again. This is what they've done to our Tejana Musica, whatever it sounds like. Terrible, terrible, man.
Ni yo misma sé por qué, ni yo misma sé por qué, marchó mi amor. No creo hacerte daño con quererte, no importa que no llegues a quererme, estoy acostumbrada a tu desprecio. El día que me acaricies lloraré, te quiero tanto, tanto que aunque quieras desprecios, eres tu amor y mil cosas más. Te digo que a tus desprecios me he acostumbrado y es la verdad, y que tan solo con verte y estar a tu lado yo vivo muy feliz, amor. Es un puro cuando te miro, estás muy triste y creo que es por mí. Te digo que a tus desprecios me he acostumbrado y es la verdad, y que tan solo con verte y estar a tu lado yo vivo muy feliz, amor. Es un puro cuando te miro, estás muy triste y creo que es por mí.
Saludos a Neca Aguilar, Cami Gallegos. I gotta tell you, man, and I'm gonna point this one out big time because the name's on here. So the sound engineer, and I'm not sure if he's a sound engineer for Laura, who was the sound engineer for Laura at the studio, or if he's a sound engineer when they go on the road. But his name is on here. But I gotta tell you, CBS did a lousy job on mixing in the sound of a lot of these LPs that they did for Tejana Musica. And you know, Laura Canales to me is the only reina of La Onda Tejana, and I've heard people call somebody else La Reina. You know, to me, this is how I define it. La Reina never leaves her kingdom. You know what I mean? So Laura Canales never left Tejana Musica. She didn't want to cross over. So I don't understand it, and it gets me upset when people say La Reina, and they call her son. I don't want to say her name. I think you all know who I'm talking about. But there's only one reina in La Onda Chicana, and that's Laura Canales, because once again, she stayed to her true roots of Tejana Musica. She didn't leave that style of musica. She stayed with it to the end. So to me, that's a queen. You know, that it's loyal to her people, to her estilo, and that's what Laura was. So how about some Mario Montes, You Obsesión, band? LP, firme LP right there. La Entrega. Los Tex Maniacs música. I don't collect that style of música, brother. Sorry about that.
Sea mi fortuna, me dispongo a pegar si lo pidieras. No importa que me pidas lo imposible. Haría bien o mal si lo exigieras. Sería capaz de todo lo indecible, a fin de que en tus brazos me durmiera. Haría por ti con sinceridad mil cosas si me las ordenas. Me esclavizaría toda una eternidad por solo librarte de penas. Mi vida vendería fácilmente y cargaría la cruz si me la dieras. Renunciaría a todo simplemente a cambio de que un día me quisieras. No importa que me pidas lo imposible. Haría bien o mal si me exigieras.
Mario Salinas, saludos, carnal.
De todo lo indecible,
You got it, Velma. Gracias por tuning
a
in.
fin de que en tus brazos
Martínez y Obsesión Band on Freddie Records. Freddie did a lot of good recordings, man. They had a lot of good grupos on there. They still do have a lot of good grupos that he's recording out there. Y saludos a Mark Martinez if you're out there listening in, carnal. Gracias for all the música you sent to Tejano Network porque you keep us updated what's going on with Freddie Records, and we appreciate that, brother. Truly appreciate that. Here's some more legendary Onda, the legend himself, Mr. Cali Carranza. Quédate conmigo. One of my favorite tunes that Cali recorded. So smooth and progressive. I love this style of música. Saludos a David Valenzuela. Santana Band.
Quédate a mi lado, que solo contigo sé vivir. No quieras dejarme, que me da sabor a soledad. Con tu amor a la vida no la pido más. Quédate conmigo, no te vayas nunca, amor de mí. Quédate a mi lado, que solo contigo sé vivir. No quieras dejarme, que me da sabor a soledad. Con tu amor a la vida no la pido Dime por favor que me quieres de verdad, que es mentira que perdí el valor en el fondo de mi intimidad, que no tengo más que un corazón vacío ya. Tan mal me ves, por Dios que sí, que no me crees, que está lleno de ti. Quédate conmigo,
Gracias, Cesario.
no te vayas nunca, amor de mí. Quédate a mi lado, que solo contigo sé vivir. No quieras dejarme, que me da sabor a soledad. Con tu amor a la vida no la pido más. Quédate conmigo, no te vayas nunca, amor de mí. Quédate a mi lado, que solo contigo sé vivir. No quieras dejarme, que me da sabor a soledad. Con tu amor a la vida no la pido más. Quédate conmigo, no te vayas nunca, amor de mí. Quédate a mi lado, que solo contigo sé vivir. No quieras dejarme, que me da sabor a soledad. Sin tu amor.
Cali Carranza y Los Formales. One of my favorite LPs right there, man. That's right there. It was so progressive, and I know Cali did a few different styles of música, but for me, the progressive stuff that he did was my favorite of all time. You know, some artists, they, like I said, they record whatever they feel is right for their fans and their crowd. But for me, it's all about the progressive estilo. So let's get Sally. I've never opened this Lantana LP up, so I got to open it up right now. Hope I don't scratch it. I don't know how to do this. But this is a LP I got. I found it on eBay for like $5. I never opened it. It's the first time I opened it up. So let's see what we got. I'm not too familiar with Lantana bands. So this has Veneno, Tenemos que sufrir, El Rey enamorado, Que el sol nos baña, Un montón de cariño. Formamos un fracaso, de rodillas vendrás, después del enero, por ningún motivo, en corazón cabezón. Oh, is it? Yeah, Corazón Cabezón. So let me see. I don't know what's on here. I mean, I don't remember the songs, so I'm just going to put on side A, Formamos un fracaso. Let's check it out. You know what I mean? It's brand new and it's already skipped. Raúl Jiménez, saludos carnal.
Es demasiado tarde, ya todo ha terminado, formamos un fracaso de aquel bonito amor, formamos un fracaso, se anida la tristeza y por tu indiferencia se está apagando el sol y acá hay la lenta lluvia que anuncia la tormenta, la que ha de separarnos, total sea por Dios, es demasiado tarde, la puerta se ha cerrado, el sueño ha terminado, mataste un gran amor.
El tío Juan Olivo, saludos tío. Simón Raúl, it's been a while, brother. ¿Cómo estás? That's a Lantana band on the air ahorita. That's the actual, it was a cassette, but they put it on LP.
Formamos un fracaso, se anida la tristeza y por tu indiferencia se está apagando el sol y acá hay la lenta lluvia que anuncia la tormenta que pararnos, total sea por Dios, es demasiado, la puerta se ha cerrado.
Saludos a Christian Montaño.
Mataste un gran amor.
I don't know, it's a brand new album. I just don't know. And you know, and that's one of the headaches of putting LPs to CDs, because sometimes, you just saw me, I opened this brand new album and it's scratched like that, and it's because it's been sitting there for such a long time. The dust collects on it, and you got to really wipe them down really good. But sometimes you'll get a bad LP that is just bad from the factory, and to record those, to put them on a CD, it's time consuming, because you got to do every song, and you got to sit here and listen to it, make sure it don't skip. And you got to start all over again. And I've done many hours. My kids have been upset with me for being in here for many hours recording music instead of being out there. And you know, I understand now that I'm older, and now that they're older, it's like, wow, I should have never spent so much time recording music, because all that music I got on the computer, it came from all these LPs. You know, me recording it, and sometimes there's skips on it, it's dirty, and man, I got to go back and do it again, or the sound quality's not good, I got to go back and do it again, and it's a lot of time, you know, that we spend doing that. So if you've done this before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Saludos a Mike Lopez, dice Robert Urbina. I'm going to put on some Linda V in the boys right now. I forgot what the name of the song is, but this is another CBS recording. I hope this is better than the other ones that we put on here. So we'll see how this sounds like. Jeanette Marie Martínez Ward. Esa mujer, Papillo Trevino. Let me get that out for you.
A las primeras lecciones ya sabía lo que intentaba, porque cantaba canciones peleando con su guitarra, y aunque perdiera ilusiones, con sus ojos no lloraba. Aquella noche de mayo le gustó a mi María, pero llegué yo a caballo, ya tenía
El coyote, there you go. I'm bad with names, man. I gotta look it up all the time when I'm talking.
Cuando bajé de la sierra, me encontré con el coyote, y abrazando a María Elena, le dije ya tiene un nombre, porque en la ermita sagrada nos casó el cura del norte. Él agachó su cabeza y se fue cobardemente.
Simone Russ. Linda V did a lot of good music, man. A lot of good music.
Coyote se me volvió de repente. Él me buscaba la espalda, pero yo le hallé la frente. Coyote, coyote antiguo, que no respetaste amores, poniéndose buen amigo, te mataron tus traiciones.
Once again, that's Laura Cana. I mean, yeah, Laura Cana. Linda V and the boys recorded that LP on CBS label. And once again, there's too much treble. I mean, these guys at CBS, I'm not sure if they were trying to intentionally ruin the sound quality of all these artists that recorded there, or I don't know what it is. But it sounds terrible. Whoever, I mean, I'm not an expert at sound engineering, but I can tell you right now, that's terrible recording. The sound mixing on that. The music is great. The vocals are great. The song is great. But the mixing is terrible, man. Whoever did that, and I got a name here. It says mixing engineer is Andy Bradley out of Sugar Hill in Houston. So if he's the guy responsible, don't hire that guy anymore. Why would you want that guy to do your recording? Here, check it out, Thomas. That song is also recorded with Tony Foss and Texas Encounter Band El Coyote with Joe Reveles on the keyboards. Check out this version también. Both versions are badass, but once again, you can't go wrong with Joe Reveles, man. I mean, Joe Reveles is the master, brother. Check it out. It's not Joe Reveles singing, it's Tony Foss singing, but Joe Reveles on the keyboard.
Le pinté un cuatro al coyote y me fui para la sierra. El coyote
Gracias, John. Appreciate that, brother. McAllen, Texas.
nacido allá por
Saludos al primo Sergio Carrasco.
lo conocí desde niño. Fuimos juntos a la escuela.
I mean, can you guys just tell the difference in the sound of this? It sounds more deep, clear, crisp.
Se sabía lo que intentaba, porque cantaba canciones peleando por su guitarra, y aunque perdía ilusiones con sus ojos.
Saludos a Hugo Martínez de Malo, my brother. ¿Cómo estás, carnal?
En una noche de mayo le gustó a mi María Elena, pero yo llegué a caballo y ya tenía cita con ella. Cuando abajé de la sierra, me encaré con el coyote, y abrazando a María Elena, le dije ya tiene un nombre, porque en la misa sagrada nos casó el cura del monte. Él agachó la cabeza y se fue cobardemente. Pero como era coyote, se le volvió de repente. Me gustaba la espalda, pero yo y ahí en la frente.
¿Verdad, carnal? Oh, boy, badass, brother.
Y amores, uniéndose el buen amigo, se fallaron tus traiciones.
You know, and once again, the sound quality, man, you just can't beat that. You know, like I said, these people from CBS Records, man, I tell you what, I think they were out to do damage to the Tejano industry, because so many great artists from the Tejano industry recorded with CBS. I know Gary Hobbs also recorded with them too, and I don't remember hearing his LPs and sound quality of those, but I'll tell you what, man, CBS sucks for Tejano Musica. You know, and it's not that Tejano Musica sucks for CBS, it's the other way around. Because all I've heard from CBS on the recordings that they've done for Tejano artists, it sounds like shit. And there's no other way to put it. And if I'm being too honest about it, it is what it is, man. You know? What else can you say? Somebody want to hear some Pio Trevino? Brand new album, I just opened it right now, so hopefully this is not scratched. Y saludos once again a Mr. Polo Martinez from Malo, Grupo Malo. Saludos, carnal. Gracias for tuning in and checking out the música. I hope you enjoy the Tejano Estilo, brother. Porque this is all I'm about during the week, but on Sundays, I got the Chicano oldies. Eso sí. So, I got some Pio Trevino y Magic. Dice, esa mujer going out to Mr. Christian Montaño desde New Mexico, I think. Is that right, Christian? New Mexico? Let me know, brother. I forgot. Roger Aguilar, saludos, carnal.
Esa mujer, la que voy a querer, sin saber cómo es, que se va a ser mi amiga. Esa mujer que me enseña a perder, que me aprenda a querer y acompañe mi vida. Esa mujer, la que quiero querer, la que va a devolver el sentido a mi vida. Esa mujer va a hacer daño otra vez a las cosas sencillas.
Pio Trevino.
Ella va a ser la alegría, el refugio y la calma de mis días, de mis madrugadas, quien me ayude a vivir otra vez.
Gracias, Janet.
Ella va a ser la que espero con toda mi alma, quien me enseña el amor hasta el alma.
Aquí nomás, carnal, en Calipas. Share some música. Since I couldn't make it to fanfare, I might as well do my own show. Maldad. Not sure if I have that, Sally.
Esa mujer que me sepa entender, no me importa saber qué pasó por mi vida. Esa mujer que me va a enloquecer, a quien yo voy a ser más feliz cada día. Esa mujer, ¿cómo puedo explicar que pudiendo ganar a menudo se rinda? Esa mujer que me quiera querer y acompañe mi vida. Ella va a ser
What do you know?
la
I got it.
alegría, el refugio
Is that the one,
y
Sally?
la calma de mis días, de mis madrugadas.
Gracias, Polo. Appreciate that, brother. Saludos a mi prima, Berlín, Olivo. Saludos a Alejandro Sánchez Rodríguez.
La que espero con toda mi alma, quien me enseña el amor hasta el alma. Esa mujer.
Saludos a Eddie Gamboa. Gracias a ti, Arnold, for tuning in and checking out the música, carnal. I appreciate that, brother. Pio Trevino. I know all of you guys know that he used to sing with La Movida, right? And I remember when La Movida first came out, because he was the first singer for La Movida. And when they came out, I said, damn, who's that singer, man? He's one tough dude, man. And then I found out he did out his own music, his own grupo. And since then, I bought every single one of his LPs and CDs and kept up with him. And I was blessed to meet him in Fanfare a couple years ago. And once again, he's been to Ohio many times, but during that time I was in the Marine Corps, so I didn't get a chance to see him at all. And my whole 20 years in the Marine Corps, and then me finally getting a chance to get to Fanfare, like in I think it was in 2011 was the first time. So 11 years after I retired from the Marine Corps, I finally went to Fanfare. and checked it out and got involved in there, and I finally got to meet him just a few years ago. So one hell of a guy, great personality, great people person, you know. And sometimes when you meet artists, sometimes you say, man, I wish I would have never met him. Because sometimes their attitudes are not as good as their music is, you know. And it's sad to say, but maybe they're just having bad days, the times that I met a couple of these guys. But there's a couple of people that are my favorite artists, and I wish I would have never met them, because I was like, wow. But I still love their music. I'm not going to say who they are. I still love their music, but it's just that it is like that sometimes. They're just people, you know, and sometimes they got attitudes, and I don't think a lot of it is personal. It's just sometimes they got so much going on. They got their in a tunnel vision of things that they're thinking about. And yeah, they see their fans and they want to react and interact with them. But I guess sometimes their own, issues that they got going on, and not mental issues. I'm just saying issues that they got going on in life. Sometimes it takes over of their personalities that they want to put out there to the people. But overall, I think most of the people that I met, the artists, I feel really blessed to be able to meet them. And more so is that they know me. I just can't believe that. Of all these years that I've been listening to Musica since I was like 5, 6 years old, I don't remember how old I was, but it's just, and then me collecting this music all these years, it's like, man, I know a lot of these people now. And I'm still trying to sink that in. Because, I guess, the way I explain it to people is this. Think about the grupos that you used to listen to as young kids. If you were into Musica, think about those LPs that you used to listen to, or the 45s you used to get when you were a kid, and listen to them all the time because you love the way they played. And then they finally, hey, they call you. Hey, can you do me a favor? Tell me what you think about my new single before I send it out. Whoa, what? Do you know who you're talking to? Did you dial the wrong number? Because sometimes I get those phone calls like that from legends. You know, it's like, wow, I just can't believe that, you know? And I'm still awestruck and still blindsided sometimes by some of these people that call me and ask me that, because, I just give my own opinion. I'm not educated in music, but I am experienced in listening to a lot of it and playing a lot of it. I'm so humbled that they would ask me my opinion about what I think about their new music. So, gracias to all the artists that do that and continue to do that, because it's something that I can always share with my kids and people that I talk to, if it doesn't bore them, because I love sharing that story with all the people. So I got some Onda. I'm not sure what you want to hear, Sally, from Onda, because I'm not really too familiar with the Musica. So I'm just going to play the first track on the CD. So see what it sounds like.
Tienes nuevo querer, que ya no me quieres ver, encontraste otro hombre, que sí te sabe querer, que te da todo el cariño, que no te pude ofrecer, hoy me quedo solo y triste. No sé qué voy a hacer. Me tendrás que ir muy lejos, donde no te vuelvo a ver. Quedaré sin tu
Ricky
cariño,
Smith, La Movida.
quedaré sin tu querer. El amor que te ofrecía, ya no lo podrás tener. Para no verte, ni ver tu nuevo querer. Me tendré que ir muy lejos, donde no te vuelva a ver. Quedaré sin tu cariño.
not. I don't have any hard copies of that. You got it, Sally. Saludos a mi gran amigo, mis felicitas. Salinas de la Cruz. Saludos, amiga. That was Grupo Maldad. And, you know, I'm not, they have some good music, but I'm not really too familiar with all their música. But they got some nice progressive stuff out there. Here's one of my first songs I remember hearing of Grupo Movida. I can't even speak now. La Movida de Ricky Smith. And once again, that was Pio Trevino singing on this project right here. And to this day, it's still one of my favorite songs. Here, check it out. Oh, wrong one. Let me see. Here we go.
Don't worry, I'll save you.
That's Ramirez and Marcos right there in that Mala City. Saludos a Jenny Guardiola.
Cada noche pienso en ti, mi amor, de todas las cosas que nos pasaron. Y recuerdo la primera vez que de chanza tú y yo nos encontramos. Ahora ya no más te quiero ver, darte muchos besos en tus labios. Quiero darte todo mi amor, estar contigo siempre en tus brazos. Ya no sé qué puedo hacer, tú me has quitado todo mi cariño. Es que yo te quiero mucho a ti y quiero que nunca me dejes solo.
¿Qué hubo de Mr. Joe Vargas y familia de Española, Nuevo México? I'm back at it, carnal. Bothering people on Facebook.
Ya no sé qué puedo hacer, tú me has quitado todo mi cariño. Es que yo te quiero mucho a ti y quiero que nunca me dejes solo.
Saludos a Julieta Saucedo. Joe Díaz, saludos, carnal. De Pasco, Washington. And here's the little that I do know about the late legendary Mr. Ricky Smith is that, and I'm sure a lot of you do know, is that he used to play with Grupo Mayo. He recorded a few albums with him, and then he did his own stuff there with La Movida. And he had a few different singers, Pio Trevino. I think it was also Ramiro Lerma who also sang with him. And I think Ruben Boteo, I think he also sang with him too. And I can't remember if it was him or not. But a few other different people sang with La Movida band. Here's one of my favorite LPs, the Sunny Osuna. It's so progressive. It's so jazzy. It is so like, wow, man. And this is, let's see, 1977 and on Keylock Records. And the sound quality, the originality, the creativity of these guys. I know that Arturo Alderete was on this recording here. And I hope I'm not mistaking that. I think he was on here as the bass player. Well, they got somebody else's name on here, but I could have swore that Arturo told me he was on this recording too. But he recorded with him a few times, the owner of Machismo Band. he played with Sonny Osuna and a couple of the horn people that played with Sonny Osuna. But on this LP, just check it out, Raza. It's so like way before their time. You know that saying that people say that grupo was way before their time. Well, this is definitely one of those grupos. These group of guys on this LP recording. If you're a bass player, check out the bass lines and the smoothness of how he puts everything in there, and the timing of the whole song itself, because it's a jazzy kind of, and I'm not sure how the words to use, but it's a lot of changes and upbeats and downbeats. I think that's what the right word to use. But check it out, and if you're a bass and artist and you know music, you're gonna love this. Check it out. Los besos que te di. It's the smoothness of it, you know. It's just flow, you know what I mean? Bueno, Alex, saludos, carnal, buenas noches.
Te alejas nuevamente de mi vida, sin importarte si sufriré. Lo que haces es abrir viejas heridas. Estás segura que te esperaré. Porque con tu bracito cuando quieres, y a la hora que prefiero regresar. Si alguna vez tú me recuerdas con cariño, óyeme bien lo que aquí te digo. Si alguna vez tú me recuerdas con cariño, óyeme bien lo que aquí te digo.
Some bad news right there, man.
Te alejas nuevamente de mi vida, sin importarte si sufriré. Lo que haces es abrir viejas heridas. Estás segura que te esperaré.
That's right, Poro. Badass, ¿verdad? Saludos a Angela, a Nay Gutiérrez, su familia.
Si alguna vez tú me recuerdas con cariño, óyeme bien lo que aquí te digo. Si alguna vez tú me recuerdas con cariño, óyeme bien lo que aquí te digo.
You got it. Saludos, amigo. I think I'm gonna call it a night porque Facebook has already given me the high sign to get off. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off right now. Gracias a todos ustedes for tuning in and checking out my show on Saturday. And once again, you know, I try to do this when I can. Mijo, my grandson, he loves to come in here with me and spend the whole time with me, even when I'm on the shows on the air. And sometimes you don't hear me talk on the radio is because he wants all my attention. And I don't mind doing that for him because he means more to me than anything in this world. So if I can please him and make him happy for right now, I'm going to do that, because if not, he'll start crying. It's going to be really bad for the show. So, gracias a todos ustedes. I'll try to do it again whenever I can, but sometimes I just don't know what to say. I don't want to make a fool out of myself, and I hope I didn't make a fool of myself tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the Musica. I'm all about progresivo estilo de la Onda, Chicana, Tejana, Estilo, Musica. So if you guys love that estilo de música, you know somebody else who loves it, turn it to me, let them know that I'm your guy to air that kind of música for you, to entertain you, porque that's what it's all about for me. That's what it'll always be about for me during the week, is playing that Tejano jazzy, progressive style de la Tejano estilo. So anybody out there that loves that style, I'm the one. Eso sí. So gracias a todos ustedes. Have a firme rest of your noche. Have a firme weekend. I'll be back on the air tomorrow doing Chicano Oldies from 4 to 6 p.m. Califa's time at www.tejanonetwork.com. So tune in with us, raza, and I'll share some firme rara Chicano Oldies, Chicano Onda Estilo, just for you. aquí con Eri Olivo, el DJ Firmelon. Gracias a todos, haga firme noche, stay puro café por vida y con eso les digo pues hasta las laters.